What's up, busy people? Today, we're going to be talking about the playoffs predictions and who I think is going to win each game. Now, I'm not logged in on this account because I already made my predictions and I don't know how to take them off. So we're just going to go over it here and yeah. And this is, by the way, the only unscripted video I've done. So if you like this sort of content, let me know because maybe I'll do some more unscripted stuff in the future. Alright, let's just get right into it with Crew Esports versus Cloud9. Now, we literally just saw this match, and Crew beat Cloud9 pretty handily. I'm going to pick Crew over here. Also, there's been a little bit of drama surrounding Cloud9. I know Vanity said, I believe in an interview, it's hard to IGL when you have no comms, but then we also have tweets from Moose saying thank you Vanity for keeping everyone in the game and keeping our mental up. So I don't really know what's going on, but there's definitely some internal issues that C9 are trying to work out. And I think Crew were just playing better that game. So yeah, Crew first. Now for Sentinels versus 100 Thieves, I'm also going to pick Sentinels because it seems like 100 Thieves just aren't quite at that level of play that they used to be when they were in Stage 1 and Shanghai. It's just, I don't know, they're playing well off of each other, but every now and then Boostio will have a really rough game, or it just doesn't seem like they're playing well off of each other's utility. And I think Sentinels in the G2 game before, a couple days ago, they looked like they were playing well together and had some good ideas that I don't think 100 Thieves will be ready for. Plus, 100 Thieves map hit pool is really shaky at best. They had a very good game in Ascent against Loud, but Bind used to be their best map, and now they've lost it, I think 4 times in a row. They're just really seeming shaky with the map pool. Plus, Abyss is coming in, as is Haven, and I mean, they've already lost on Haven a few times, so I think Sentinels are going to take the win. But moving into the upper semifinals, oh, and I should mention this, it doesn't mean it's the end for 100 Thieves. They could still qualify through points as long as Sentinels makes it through to the lower finals at least. So that being said, let's move to Leviathan versus Crew. I'm really high on the Leviathan team right now. I have their bundle. I've had it since the beginning of the year. It looked a little shaky at the beginning, but they've definitely found their form. I do worry every now and then Calm has a pretty off game, but he's still proving that he's a very good player. He's had some really high performances in the past couple games. And obviously Aspas is still probably the best player in the world. And even though Crew are looking very good, they just beat Cloud9, etc., they're still working out how this new IGLing is working for them, because I don't really know if they have a set IGL. They're kind of doing the Paper X style where it's a community vote. Basically, everyone is putting in their thoughts, even though I do think Melser is technically the IGL. But I do think Leviathan are just gonna maybe not run circles around them, but definitely take the win. As for G2 versus Sen, we also just saw this game, and I've got to go for G2. They're just looking really sharp, and all of the complaints that people used to have about G2 for Icy not being a good duelist and having off performances, you really can't say that anymore. Icy was the top frag of the last G2 Sen game. He's really looking strong. And I'm really happy with the Sentinels new comps, they're working in the deadlock and stuff like that. I'm glad to see that new ideas there, but it didn't really work out very well on Bind, and though I did like it on Lotus, I still think G2 just have the upper hand on them. So, and plus Sentinels, the players on Sentinels have been having a pretty rough time. Obviously Sasi just lost his dog, which is a big shame. And there's been a little bit of interpersonal things, though I'm sure that they're all still good friends. Speaking of that, I know Dryad said that the 100 Thieves players were not friends or hated each other or something, but all of that's been disproven, so that doesn't factor into my pick'ems here. But yeah, I'm gonna go for G2 over Sen here. Now in the lower round 1, and this is basically Sen need to win or 100 Thieves are out. And now obviously Crew need to win or they're out. Whoever wins this game makes it in to champs. And honestly, as much as I am high on Crew right now, I'm still going to go for Sentinels. They've definitely looked sharper in this second split than Crew did. Crew looked really, really good in split 1, but they only won 1 game, I think, in split 2. So yeah, and Sentinels have just been looking sharper. They definitely have some better ideas. I think Crew are much more following the basic meta that has been stagnant throughout the year. Sentinels looks like they're bringing in some new ideas, and I'm actually kind of hoping that Sen play Abyss, but I'm not too sure if they will or not. But I think Sentinels are going to go through, which means 100 Thieves will make it to champs through points. Now for Leviathan versus G2, this is going to be a huge game, and I really don't know who's going to win. I think I'm going to go for... oh man. I think I'm going to go for G2 to win against Lev in... no, I'm going to go for Lev to win in the upper finals, because as G2 are looking really good, I think they have some very good players, but I think their high isn't as high as Leviathan's high. And even though I think Lev have a very high and a very low when they're not playing well together, I think that for this game, they're definitely going to be shooting back, and I think that they're going to bring it out and make it to the grand finals. And G2, I think it'll be a close game. I don't think they're going to get stomped, but I don't think they have it in them to make it in the upper final. For the lower final, I do think that they're going to beat Sen again. I think every time they play Sen, it's just they're going to get a little bit better. I think G2 are one of those teams that everyone sleeps on, but they're actually like a secret champs winner. But it doesn't really matter for Sentinels. They're still in. I still think that they're gonna make it past group stages in champs, hopefully. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Lev and G2 in the grand final, and I do think that G2 are gonna win it all. I think that they're much better across more maps than Lev are. They have a better map pool. I love Leviathan. I really want them to win, honestly, but I really do think G2 are gonna win. And this is just a great storyline to have our first Ascension team in the Americas League actually win out the grand finals in stage 2. Like, I loved the Guard when they were around, and I'm glad that they were able to be picked up by another org and make it into tier 1. It would have been such a shame to see these talented players still battling it out in the tier 2 scene. So I definitely think G2 are going to win the grand finals, it'll be a close game. Honestly, I think it'll be a 2-3 in either direction, but I think G2 are going to close it out. Yeah, those are my predictions for America's Stage 2 playoffs, and thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in champs.